Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Gosh, you caught me. I was looking at notes.
Look, it went off the first time. That little snippet, I don't know if you guys notice when we do the show, there's that thing doesn't kick off all the time the way it's supposed to, but it's.
I thought it worked well last night when I would push it, then you would push it, then I would.
Is that what was happening?
Okay, well, when I say got this, I don't know that you're back completely.
I'm sorry. I thought you knew I was back. That's my fault. I'm
like, I got this, me, and then I was like, whatever, hands off. Peterson's here.
No, that's good to know. And people don't know this. That's it's not the bane of our existence, and we've actually made it a committed effort not to talk about the issues we have with technology every once in a while, because everyone has issues with technology. So we just said, let's stop talking about it. And so it just happened. We are like 30 seconds into showtime, and I've got to restart my computer, which all the settings are on my computer. Now, granted, they do have access to like some of the stuff, but not all the stuff. And it's not that because I don't want to pay for licensing. I'm cheap. It's not that I'm cheap. I just don't want to pay for all the licensing for all the platforms for all of us to have all the tools because that's $14 and $15 a shot here and there, and lifetime membership, blah blah blah. And you know what? I don't even know if we had a plethora of resources. I don't know that I would spend that on technology so we can throw a horn in there for whoever wants to. But I mean, you can't go without the blast for A-bomb. Oh, she leaned to the side.
I thought you were making a fart. Nope. Peterson and his fart noises. We're not spending $15 a month for all of us to have it on all of ours.
It's not fair. That is not fair.
No, but you make your own so well. I don't know why you got to have the tech.
I think I came up with a funny. So clearly A-bomb is an artillery kind of, it's about the A-bomb. I thought because I'm a cannon cocker, I could go with Mark Misfire Peterson. What do you think about that? Is Misfire a good one?
Misfire's a good one. I know he's not here. That's a good one. He's not here, but Jonathan's dying for one too. Like, not just another Jonathan, or just another Jonathan is good. But I don't know if we should use it every time. I think we should have his.
Well, and I did say, maybe I could be a cannon cocker too, but that's, Misfire might be a good one. Mark Misfire. We can be okay with that.
We can be.
It's kind of tough when I have to give myself my own nickname.
Well, I mean, would you have to approve any that we gave you, or can we just? I mean, I've typed some things in there, and
I know you have that we have had to get rid of. Thank you, Miss Eichmann. We have to.
What was the best one? Mark. All hail, mighty.
No.
We're studying World War II right now in school, so
What?
watch yourself. Well, we read Anne Frank, and then in history they're talking about
you're not like real World War.
no, but it goes along with the history unit when they do World War II. So it's what I like, they don't know any names like Joseph Stalin or any of the people around. They know Hitler. That's the only name they know.
I got the joy because I got to go over to the former Soviet for when I was playing.
Boomer's good.
Boomer. Jeremy Daniels, you're a blessing, brother. I want to put you on the spot one of these days. I won't do it today because I notice you watch a lot of other podcasts. Not zero offense.
Oh.
I just want to know who has the best.
Oh, is that what?
I want to know, and what I need to do to be better. And that's what.
Apparently, today's the day, Jeremy. He just
no. I said not today. We'll talk about it another time.
Okay.
Boom, boom.
Mark Boom Boom Peterson.
Oh boy. Well, we can get to our intro now.
Okay, we can. Debrief is here. We're here every Monday right now. It's not probably going to be forever on Mondays because we like to bounce it around a little bit. But Debrief is here every week to let you know what we've been up to, what we've got going on in the moment, and what we have coming up. And then we also like to share, since our guest on our show on Sunday evening is about others and what they're doing, we like to share out what we know about others as well. So can I do a disclaimer just because it popped into my head right now?
Yep.
Anyone who sees this ever, and maybe I'll do like a little a reel or a TikTok or something, tell ya, if Andrea Noble Eichmann sends you a message or a friend request just out of the blue, you can ask, how do I know you? And I will be straight up truthful when I tell you I might not know how I know you, but your name must have come across my social media, my desk. Someone texted it to me. I will be as honest with you as I possibly can be in the moment. That might not be where I got it. And maybe I just saw you comment somewhere and thought it sounded like a cool comment and I wanted to follow through. So as we're always looking for guests and musicians and, veterans and first responders to have on our show, I do sometimes reach out like just a little pshoo, and people are like, who are you? What do you know? How do you know me? What do you need? It happens, and I apologize up front, but don't be scared. It's okay. I'm certified. My background checks are up to date. I'm a 8th grade teacher, so we're all good. There's my disclaimer.
I'd like to throw a disclaimer in there as well. If you ever see that we have a show at 6:00
a.m., oh no,
we're not going to do that. I mean, I might be up and stuff, but I will not have anyone ever come and try and watch our show at 6 a.m.
Unless there's something going on. But
it won't happen. And we don't expect everyone to know our schedule, but we're here every Monday at 4:30. And like you said, and we might change that up. We started on Fridays, but it seemed like Fridays were always like a busy day, especially traveling and getting places and stuff. And we just had connection problems before. And Mr. Smarty Pants here didn't think very far into having the debrief ready less than 24 hours after our legitimately our primary show. Our show, we got your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime, which we think is essential in showing people what other missions and other boots on the ground organizations are doing. That's important to us. And so we want to make sure that gets out there. And I would like to say, I'm going to put my foot in my mouth, tongue-in-cheek statement here. I'd like to say we'd like to be busier.
Yeah. I'm put my foot in your mouth. Is that how that works?
You put your foot in my ass.
Let me get my boots.
I wish we were doing more. I don't get me wrong. But our plates are full. We're trying to relaunch WeP3 Radio. We have to do a whole bunch of weird stuff with that stuff now. We are working on some technology things to get things out there and more sharper. We've created some new partnerships that we're trying to, and it's not cumbersome, but it's full. And this is where we say we need people. We need time, talent, and treasure. And I don't want to use treasure for things that people could volunteer 15 minutes a week to do. We have amazing Tammy Schroeder who comes and she types up our show notes. She's behind the scenes and doing that. I would like to have a director of engagement maybe during our show that's typing up the lyrics. So Andrea did that last night, and I think he did an amazing job doing it. But I also know it's hard to sit and listen to content and run the technology and have all the other things lined up at the same time while maintaining relationships and seeing that there's people on like Mr. Daniels and many other that come on Sundays and listen to the show and engaging with them. And so there's a lot more we can do. We would like to have a person go out and solicit advertising for our live stream and our podcast. We are in the spot where I think we can monetize it and do more for veterans and first responders. I would like to up the technology piece with StreamYard. It's really weird that the level we're at, which is kind of a high level, the increase is, let's see, 7 times the value of what we're paying now. So, I mean, it's not really in the budget, but we make sure that it is in the budget and we just make sure it gets done. And sometimes that comes out of someone's pocket. And I know that it happens. I'm not complaining. There's a value to it. We're going to continue to do it. We're going to make sure the show's here. People don't like it. Dragon voice dictation software available on Amazon. I
love it.
Actually, it's part of my fart machine. I can do Dragon voice too. One of these days.
Who's high kids?
I don't know. It must be Jesus because
it must be God. God is our Father. I like that it was important enough for him to come to the show because I always say, you don't care what you're doing. Richard, I had a feeling.
We got to stop shouting out to them. I was on their show the other night. Zero shout out. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it.
What?
Yep. We can't. We're going to stop doing shout outs to the
I see boys. What you're doing, Jeremy. 0 typing required. Got you. That would actually be ideal. Then we could just, all the notes would be in there. And because lucky me, I got to listen to it again shortly after we got done. And I got to tell you guys a secret. It's only Monday and I already have the podcast all written up,
boom,
uploaded, submitted, and downloaded, cut, fixed, sound check, blah, blah, blah. And then re-downloaded and then uploaded and submitted. It's quite the lovely process. And it usually takes me till like Tuesday night at midnight. And so actually
we have to be on our A game this week because are you going to be available for Sunday podcast this week? Because I know you got a big family event and that's very important. There's many mothers that are happening in that event and from great grandma all the way down to not just mama. And I know that's important. And so I don't want you to feel any pressure to be here on Sunday, but I mean, it's not the show without A-Bomb here.
No, we're, so I have a fun, every Mother's Day happens to fall on fishing openers. So when the kiddos were little, their dad would take them away for the weekend. And that was kind of the best Mother's Day weekend. Just me. I mean, I worked. Usually I did some waitressing and then I'll come home, take a hot bath and not be bothered. And snuggle up with the cat and maybe the dog. I don't know. We've had several throughout. And then the kids get bigger and you realize, well, Mother's Day is all about them picking dandelions and giving me little things. Anyway, so now that Mother's Day is on fishing opener weekend, and we got some littles, so 7 to be exact, and they will all be there. And so the fun is like getting my kids on the boat with their kids and trying to let them catch a little fish.
There's 7 grandbabies. And how many are in the oven right now? 2? Are you sure it's only 2?
They're pretty sure it's only 2. Yeah. 1 and 1. Yeah.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling there's another one out there. I'm just saying.
I have to wait till after this weekend because the big gender reveal for one of them is happening, but we already know because they couldn't contain. So
Eichmann is German for gerbil, just so you guys know, and just keep falling out. That's Eichmann's everywhere.
Gosh, no. It's only 4 for one and 3 for one.
Oh, they're going to keep up the average of 5 very easily.
No. Caleb's got to get going. Dude's 30 and he's not married yet, so chop.
Caleb,
and Sue.
Oh, Jeremy, you're so funny.
Danger. I know it is danger. It's danger. It's funny. Peterson's, I feel he's just jealous because he's got a rodent that lives in his house these days. Is that rodent still there?
It's on its last leg.
Oh, Molly.
Mally's not. Mally, yeah, Mally's not doing very good. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's.
Is that like their lifespan, or is it just sad?
From what I understand, but I think there might be a convenience to the low number of this one, just so because someone's tired of having it around. So I think there might be some convenience, but I don't engage and involve. And there is an animal in my house. For those who don't know, I call it the terrorist. It's a hedgehog, and Mally the hedgehog has never quite acclimated to. First of all, no one's going to pet a porcupine. They are a porcupine.
It's not a porcupine.
It is a porcupine.
It's a hedgehog.
It's a porcupine.
No.
It has quills. It's a porcupine.
You have quills. I can call you a porcupine.
But Mally has never really acclimated to being around people. I can't say they didn't try. I can't say that they didn't work to, but Mally stays in its space, and it doesn't get on the wheel anymore and run. It used to run for hours and hours and hours. But it is what it is.
Oh, Mally. Well, it happens.
Well, if you missed the show last night, I don't know what it is about, and it's not about necessarily our guests, but people in the world of you're right. A miniature F around and find out. I'm off the subject back. It huffs at you. That's it's kind of its defense mechanism, but it huffs at you when it doesn't like what's going on. The funny part is when it huffs, it jumps. So if any of your parts are in the vicinity when it huffs and jumps, it gets you. And it has drawn blood. And I'm just like, nope. And it bites. This thing bites. It likes. People don't realize this, but it's a rooting animal, so it likes to eat meat. So, your finger may, because they don't see well, may look like a worm.
Cocktail dog.
Or something like that. And so when you were waving your little finger, of course, in front of the hedgehog, sometimes it wants to reach out and let's.
You should stop waving. You should
try me say. But as I was saying before, Mr.
As you
Daniels,
digressed.
Yes, as I digressed. We have some people in our network that don't know when to stop. They just do not know when to stop. They are go. And in this,
I forgot what you were talking about. I thought somebody was going to get scolded for a second there.
No.
I was like, oh shit, who's
No.
getting scolded? They don't know when to stop. They're annoying.
No,
not that way.
I'm talking about Mr. Bob Waldrop.
Yes.
He doesn't slow down. He doesn't stop. And I won't let the cat out of the bag completely. But he's the gift that keeps on giving. And you can read between the lines. He comes on our show, and it's all about him and his mission and what they're doing. And he gets into this platform about how people need to start giving to the People's Patriot Project. I'm like, Bob, that's not your job to do that. I didn't stop him, but Bobby, you're scolded just because it's fun. And I should get scolded, but you haven't scolded me yet either. But Mr. Waldrop, he's got a book, Hope for a Warrior Family.
There's a lot of books.
Yep, a whole line of them. We've got an autographed version of one here. I did. Oh, there it is. And it's kind of a self-help, and it's about, and he focuses on the people that didn't sign up for the mission, the families, the loved ones. We've been preaching for that for years. These families have not signed up for the mission, some of these men and women, and it's not even the mission, it's what they bring back into the home. And you know what? It may not fully be aggression, it may not be abuse, but it is a part of them is missing. They're not all the way home. We talk about these things all the time. And Mr. Waldrop is in the mix of it. He's battling it. There's just so much to say about him, what he does, what he's doing, what his mission is, what he's Pastor Bob Waldrop. He works in that space. And then it was amazing how many people came on last night that knew his face and have experienced him in his work and just did shout outs to him. Travis Partington. And I'm losing my brain for a second, but that's okay. We'll just keep pretending like Mark is in his space. And but then even between last night, leaving the show, not preaching, but sharing the way things should be and could be. And he just keeps on giving. And so I want to 100% thank Mr. Waldrop for being on our show, sharing his mission and sharing his passion to serve veterans. He likes that we do, our first responders, but then he also takes it further along with us and supports the families and those that I don't know if I would have should we watch the clip of see if we can get that running?
Yeah, that was very good.
Prepared, so we'll just see what happens here. And I'm learning new tricks all the time, so hey, someone better have a milk bone for me when I'm done here. This is Bob Waldrop, and Trauma Comes Home, the battle for Warrior Family, and this is just the what do you call the trailer for that?
The trailer, yep.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. And there's no sound. And so
you were muted. You were muted. How'd you play it last night? How did that work?
Well, I did the exact same steps I just took right now. And so we didn't have a pre-show to say, hey, is it working? And
this is true. This is true.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. What about the link? Can we just do the link?
It came in a Vimeo link, and I don't have it here.
Oh, I think I can find it quick.
Yeah. And again, it's great work. It's a young man talking about hearing literally the gunshot that his father committed suicide. There's the next scene is the lady talking about how many bullets she saved from the amount of times her husband had attempted suicide. Yuck. And that's why we have to be here. That's why we have to do what we do. That's why
the focus was on like how we, the other people, don't know. We're not there. We're not in their skin. We don't know what's in their heads. Like there's no right thing. But there's a lot of wrong things to do or say or try to help. So, yeah. So being careful and attentive. Sometimes it's a question. Sometimes it's a noise. I mean, there's a lot, and I really want to do the book and maybe the class, and see how that all plays out. I just think that's life success.
So we might have some connection issues right now because it seems Miss Eichmann is froze up right now. There she is.
Boom, boom, boom.
Did you know you're frozen?
No, because you went silent.
Oh, well,
Should
maybe. And we don't have our supermodel here. Mr. Jonathan Crochet is not here, and he's taking care of some business, and it's usually his job. Oh, she wasn't frozen. Bobby says you weren't frozen. Maybe it was.
Thank you, Bobby.
Yeah, he's always stirring the pot. But again, Bobby's here with Texas Fallen, and just an amazing mission down in Texas, and love what he's doing, and been down there, and we've got to rub bellies with that amazing man and his mission. Thank God it was just the bellies. Yeah, it is what it is. But then last night we also had returning. We wanted to give him a full feature, Mr. C.W. Wooten of C.W. and 20 Hands High. I keep getting the name and the title of their band messed up only because
C.W.
It's just C.W. and 20 Hands High, not C.W. Wooten. And so last night he brought on Same Old Star, Back to Wichita, and Hillbilly Heart. And he's also up for several nominations at the Josie Awards, which kind of sealed our deal to commit to being down in Nashville this coming October, around the 20th of October. I don't have the exact dates, but I think we'll make sure it's on the front end and not the back end this time, and make sure we get to enjoy the event on Saturday and not worry about Sunday. And actually, the event's on Sunday. The event's on Sunday, and not do a day after the Josie Awards. But we'll get the team together and figure it out. And we've got a lot of new artists that will potentially have the chance to be in the lineup of our WeP3 Nashville Takeover Part 2. I like the Part 2 part. I think that's funny, but what do I know? Yeah, they're up for a duo group for the same song, All Star. I should read from the beginning of this, and that would make.
Wait, are you doing Jonathan's right now? Do you want me to?
Yeah, you can. You want to? Boom.
Jonathan spent some time on this, so should we
give it done?
All right. So 3 different categories: Artist of the Year, Country Male, Vocalist of the Year, Country Male, and Music Video of the Year, duo group for the song Same Old Star, which is spelled with an E, Same Old Star. Boom. So last night we played Same Old Star. You guys, it's such a good song. It really is awesome. He talks about 2 people looking up at the sky who might be wishing on the same old star. And then we did Back to Wichita, which we did before. This is about a friend that went through a rough patch, went back home, which their real home wasn't Wichita. But they went back to reset, get their mind right. And then just CW said it just popped in his head. Country Western just said it popped into his head that he's going to head back to Wichita. He wrote that song in like 20 minutes, I think he said. Maybe it was 2 hours, but it felt like 20 minutes to me. And then the last song of the night was called Hillbilly Heart. There are 3 songs that most country songs are written about: love found, love lost, and having a good time. This particular song is about a hillbilly who had a broken heart. What is he going to do with that broken heart? There's a lot of L's in there, but so you guys should really check out, seriously check out CW. He is, he's on a roll, and he's not getting ready to stop anytime soon. So, by Bobby Withrow, go eat your dinner, buddy. Thank you for stopping in.
Is it armadillo?
Is what armadillo?
Is that what Bobby's going to have for dinner?
Oh, for dinner? And I think he's already gone. That was a couple minutes ago now. Dang it.
And as I'm scrolling through some of our messaging, we've got Mr. Adam Martin with Blackbird Anthem. They are also up for nominations for the Josie Awards. I wanted to flood the Josie Awards with nominations for our veteran and first responder musicians, and it's something that we couldn't get done in our wheelhouse. But there is we do want to consider doing that in the next year if that's something that you would be interested in doing. I mean, we can come up with the narrative and we can just cut and paste all day long. Of the 70 plus, 90 plus, we got a whole slew coming in now of other musicians, and just get them the recognition that I personally think that they need. And also they end up creating these anthems that help protect the emotional needs of our veterans and first responders. It would just be fabulous. I don't want to speed this up. I do kind of have an engagement at 5:30. I don't know if we have what more. I haven't gone through all the notes yet, which is terrible. Me. You can see us each week on Sundays for We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. We do have, that's when we do I'm sure it's here someplace. At least it's on our other notes. And I don't remember who our guests are this coming week.
Is it not on these notes? Silly. We have got some really cool guests coming up. So this coming weekend will be Colonel retired Michael Burrows and the musician Joey Anderson.
Joey Anderson's been a beast of getting promotions out there. Colonel Burrows, amazing things are going to be happening. We got a new Facebook user now. I don't think this is Bobby anymore. Oh, Bobby would have came up on the show.
Yeah. That was Richard before, but I don't think it is.
Richard, yeah.
This is somebody else, I think. So we gotta talk about this Dallas thing that's coming up.
Done. Yeah.
So on May 27th, the Dallas Lone Star event. Oh my gosh. Shock and Awe, Lone Star Shock and Awe event will be taking place. And we have got quite the lineup, you guys. It's going to be May 27th. It's going to start at 2. I mean, I'm pretty sure the gates will probably be open by 12:30, 1 o'clock. I guess, honestly, that's something we haven't really talked about. But gates will be open. And, oh, hey, Heather. It's not just Heather Nobles. It's Heather. Good to see you.
Heather Nobles.
Heather. You guys, we've got Johnny Cole, Murdoch lined up. We've got Old 81 Band, the George Dooley Band. We got Tammy Joe, Dabs on there. Tammy Joe's coming from South Carolina. We've got Holly Ann, who's also helping me put all this stuff together. Really, I might be helping her because she's the body in the space. And then we've got Chad Hutto, who will not only be doing his little comedy act, it might not be little, he's a big presence. So Chad will be doing his, I think in between Johnny and Old 81 or after Old 81, now I can't remember. He'll be doing his comedy, and then he's also going to MC the day for us. So he's going to be busy. He's got some notes that we've been writing. I suppose maybe we better type them, make sure. Spell it phonetically. I hope he's listening, Chad. We'll spell them phonetically so you don't have any trouble reading while you're up there with our notes. I'm just kidding. Chad's a blast. So that's going to be at The Sound at Cypress Waters. The address is there, 3111 Olympus Boulevard in Coppell, Texas. And they've been nothing short of welcoming and amazing and crazy cool. Oh my gosh, they've just been super awesome. So we're going to put this thing on. We're going to be there Friday night, putting our brains together. We're going to be there early Saturday morning, putting everything up and out and on tables, and whiskey, Warriors and Whiskey is going to be there. BQ just trying to get things worked out so he can be there. That's a dude that's not here, Bourbon Battle Buddies. WeP3, B3, and W squared. I'm just kidding. Warriors and Whiskey. And hey, I don't know if there will be samples or not, but Miss Deborah is going to be the associate for the Dallas chapter of Warriors and Whiskey. And there's rumor that might, I don't know. I can't promise anything. She didn't know if there would be samples, but how about go pre-order? Pre-order your first bottle. Their first bottle. They got a new one come out. So with that, you can order tickets. I'm going to throw up the tickets and info link, and keep an eye out because I'm going to throw up a Venmo as well. I've had people ask if they can just donate, and it's usually, if you use Venmo, it's good for us because we are considered a nonprofit, and so they don't charge those extra fees through our Venmo for most of the donations. So if you'd rather just donate that way, if I say donate, like I'm from Minnesota, I would like you to not comment on it. That's when I know when Doug Lane isn't in the house, because I can say the boat and the donut and not be ridiculed. It's fun in a fun way. All right, so that's what I got. Shoot, we got other things coming up, but it's a whole list, and things are still not quite solidified, and so we'll be sharing those in the very near future.
You know what is solidified though?
What? We got your 6 at 6?
Well, that's solidified, but also Shannon Book and Deliberately Broken, Dear Mom video debuted this last Saturday. If you haven't seen that, you need to make sure you get out there. I need to upload that is what I need to do so people can see it here. We did have a special report set up, but Shannon was so busy that it did not get done, and that is not throwing him under the bus. He needed to be where he was at and needed to be doing what he was doing, and we are excited and happy to be there to support whenever. I said, you know what? It's there when you want to do it, brother. And he said, let's go for the longevity piece. And I'm like, you got it. Longevity. That's what we're going to do.
Longevity. Go with it.
I digress.
You guys, we have to tell you, that is one of, I love it. That's one of Shannon's favorite. I feel like his mom was like a teacher. He was a teacher. His mom was probably an English teacher because he uses some good words. And digress is one of his favorite words.
I don't know if he uses them at the right time and in the right place.
Yes, he does. Yes. That's the funny part, is he knows exactly what he's doing. So we have got, don't miss our show next weekend, you guys. Here's a funny story. These guys have already turned in all their information. Wait, who do we have this weekend again? Joey Anderson. Oh yeah, Burroughs. And Burroughs is good. And then I got to tell you guys, the two people on the following week, we already have all of their media, all of their pictures. It just goes to show, once you got your game on, it's easy to lead others to get their game on as well. So thanks to those of you that send your information in, and you send it nice and early so that Peterson can do his magic on, graphic design work stuff. That I say
let's not call it graphic design. Let's just call it cutting and pasting. Let's call it that.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that too. It's fine. You can definitely call it that. That's all good. Shoot, you guys, I just don't know. What would we do without? We got your 6 at 6. What would we do without Peterson and Andrea here to entertain you guys a couple days a week? And we got Jonathan, because now we got Jonathan as well. Entertaining, being funny, providing music. I don't know. It's too easy. It's much too easy.
Holy cow, I just opened the buzz. There's a lot of stuff in the buzz.
Uh-oh.
Lots of stuff since this morning.
All right.
If you haven't been able to check out the buzz, I think the link is in here someplace. The link's in here. It's a place where you can check in, say hi, tell us about your missions, tell us about your upcoming music, tell us about all those pieces, and grow the network. And it's got a lot of stuff going on right now.
You guys, it is so fun. There's stories to share. There's commitments to share. There's people to share. It is just crazy. The connections that have been made in there. I'm not kidding. It's crazy. I don't think Jamie's listening, but if Jamie is listening, I got Christy's wrong phone number. She sent me a phone number, told me to text her. I texted her and I got yelled at in Espanol that it's not Christy. That's a funny story. I'm pretty sure they said some naughty word about my mother.
Oh,
and I know, right? I didn't mean to make them mad.
Rosemary will kick your ass.
All I did was tell him when I was available to have a little chat today. And I think that probably, now in hindsight, I mean, I gave some specific times, but you know how you get messages like, hey, let's have a chat? That's not what kind of message I sent out.
Rosemary is going to kick his ass. I don't know who it was.
Is anybody really good at Mexican slang?
Don't say it.
No, I gotta say it. It's funny.
No, you can't say it.
I'm gonna. Naughty word tu madre.
I will knock this. I will. All right.
Okay, well, that's what I got. You guys, if you want to sponsor, if you want to get your name up on the wall with our event in Dallas, well, Capel, in the Dallas area, you let me know if you'd like to donate. Check this out. Boom. Get your phone up and just take a little picture of that Patriot Pride. That is our Venmo link. I'm not kidding you guys. If everybody gave $5, we would be rolling. We'd be out looking for more people to help. I don't know. What else could we do, Peterson? We have Peterson a haircut and a beard trim.
Oh.
What else? I'm kidding. Okay. With that being said, let's oh, sorry, Jeremy. Thank you, PG-13. I know that's the funny part. If you're on your phone, can you just take a snapshot of that? How does that work?
No. No, you can't do that. But you can look at the link. The link they can touch the link when they get the chance to touch the link.
You touched the link. I don't even know what you're saying.
Not the beard. That's sacred space. You gotta leave the beard alone.
Is that what you think?
I hate to have a good time and dash.
Okay. Let's go.
We will see you, Patriot Pride.
Peace out. Take care. Love you all.
Oh, I can't. I gotta end it, not leave.
Dude, you kept